Hey, welcome to today's technical analysis video. This is our daily stock series. I'm Eric Lewis, and today we're going to take a look at Kroger stock. Today is Sunday, November the 10th, and want to take a look at Kroger because it had earnings recently. So here we have the one-year chart. You can see that Kroger's had a nice pop recently. That's because of earnings or the reaction to their Q2 2019 earnings. What's interesting as well is that Kroger covered this gap move that was made back in March. I always expect stocks to cover or to fill in the gap, is the way I was taught when I first started trading. You expect stocks to fill in the gap, and certainly Kroger has done that, albeit nearly 8 months later, but nonetheless we filled in the gap this past week. So let's take a look at the moving average, and if you look, rather than look at the visual, I'm actually going to go over here to the upper left hand corner of the screen and look at the numerical values. So you have the 10-day moving average at $25.80, and the 20-day and 50-day are at the same price. So I'm looking at this as being a consolidated move. I'm expecting, given the visual, I'm expecting the 20-day to pull higher, and at that point, it could be as soon as tomorrow, we'll have a bullish signal with all three moving averages in order. So you'd have the 10-day higher than the 20, higher than the 50. But as of this snapshot of the market, we do not have that. We have a signal that does not give us any real clarity, and it's going to be the same basically at the 5-year moving averages as well. So while they're not sitting the same, there is consolidation and they're all out of order. So you have the 10-day, the 10-week, because this is the 5-year data. The 10-week is higher than the 20-week, but the 20-week is significantly lower, $1.50 lower than the 50-day. So and the 50 is on top with the 10 coming up. So we'll see if this over the next couple of weeks, if the 5-day or the 5-year chart also gives us a bullish signal, or if it maintains this sort of inconclusive period. So let's take a look at the Fibonacci levels, and we've had a lot of pullbacks and retracements. So Fibonacci it can help in this arena. And I looked at the last move from September of 2018, really down to late July of 2019, and the retracement is almost we actually hit the 61.8% retracement level and have come on off that. You can see that was up at 28.05, and this just in the last week or so we got right around there at $28 a share. So we'll see what happens in the coming days. When we reach a level like this, you could look for another test lower, or you could expect it to push on higher. If we do push higher, I'd expect it to approach this 78.6% level up at $30 a share. Now the MACD is strong. I mean, we've already had it's been in the sort of bullish signal area. It's hard to see the visual down here in the lower right hand corner of the screen, but you do have the both the short and the both the fast and the longer moving averages above the zero line and in the overbought area. So expecting that bullish momentum to continue higher, and to me, I'm taking this as a bullish signal rather than bearish. And then finally, I just wanted to take a look at some retracement and some resistance and support levels. You can see there's been a lot of
there have been a lot of areas on this chart where levels have been reached and maintained. Like, I didn't mark this flat area back in mid-April through May, and how it's in the same price range as what happened in early September through October. I mean, this is right all in line. So there's a lot of this. What we recently popped through is a previous line of resistance in this $26, we'll call it $26.80, I think it's $26.86 range. And if we do go higher, we'll want to take a look at this, or at least keep an eye on a level that was previously some resistance, just around that $29.50 range. So overall, Kroger stock has been pushing higher recently on some bullish momentum and on strong earnings that they announced in the last week. The 1 year and 5 year moving averages are definitely inconclusive, possibly in periods of consolidation. I think in a few days we'll see more clarity, have more clarity. And one thing you'll know about me in trading, I don't have to be first in a move, so I'm okay letting a stock sort of show me. I want the numbers, the analysis, to give me a reason to be in the trade before I make a move. So with these moving averages, for sure, I would definitely wait a little bit and allow more data to define whether these moving averages are going to be bullish or bearish or even sideways. Now, the Fibonacci analysis of that last big move shows we've already hit the 61.8% retracement. So if we do continue, I'm expecting this stock to push on higher, looking closer to $30 a share. The MACD, of course, is still having some bullish sentiment, and the Kroger stock overall pushed through that $26.68 support level, which I think will make it relevant again. I'm hoping that we stay higher than that, and I'm expecting it to test this last resistance level that was really strong at the $29.50 level. And isn't it interesting that that resistance level also coincides with the 78%, 78.6%